Hey everyone, this is a tutorial on how to use the App Music Tutor, which is a really good note reading practice app. So first thing, Music Tutor is available for iPhone or Android phones. I have it downloaded on my phone already, so I'm going to tap the icon that looks like a treble clef and says Music Tutor, and this is going to open the app for me. So the first thing you want to do before you start playing around with it is you want to go to Options and set the range for your personal instrument. I have gone in and already set the ranges for all of the open strings on each of our instruments, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So let's say I was a violinist. So I read treble clef. So if I tap on the clef option, which is as treble, I would want to make sure that I have that one checked so that all of the notes that I'm reading are in treble clef. Now I can actually add multiple clefs, bass and alto, but if I don't want to practice reading those, I want to make sure that only the clef I want is checked. So then to set the range, I've already set it for you, so make sure you're following this. Violins, you want to set your range G3 to B5, and you do that by taking these circles and sliding them until they say this range. The lower one handles the lower notes, this one handles the upper notes, so G3 to B5. The next thing you can do is you can set how long you want to play the game. You can do for 1 minute, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or no time limit. Now another option I like to have is I like to turn off the sharp and flat notes. So if I have that toggle on, that means if I were to identify notes, it would have sharps and flats. But I like to have it off, so I'm just identifying the note itself. I also like to have the sounds off, but you may want them on. So that is how I set it up for violin. Now let's say I'm a viola. I'm going to open my app and go to show notes of type. I don't want treble clef because I play viola, so I'm going to select alto, but as you can see, that treble is still checked, so I'm going to then go back and uncheck treble, so I am only reading alto clef. So if I go back to the menu, the range that I want is C3 to D5. C3 is your open C, D5 is third finger on the A string, and actually you could probably bump that up to E5, then you're practicing reading all the way up to that highest note. Okay, and again, I would choose how long I want to play the game, 1, 5, 10, or no time limit, and make sure that the sharp and flat options and sounds are turned off unless I want them. So if I wanted to read bass clef, if I was a cellist or a bass, I would go to show notes of type, I would check bass clef, uncheck any other clef, and the range that I currently have, this is for cello. So C2 is your open string, your open C string. Bass is for you, your lowest string is E, so you would want to set the range to E2. But both of you will want to go up to D4, that is the D on bass's G string, and the D on cello's A string. Okay, so once you've set it up, you can go back to this screen and you can hit start and you can play the game. So I'm going to do a little bit here. It's A, C, A, D. So as you can see at the top, it's got a timer and it's timing for 1 minute because that's what I have it for. Accuracy tells you how many notes you get correct. So let's say you mark one wrong, like I'm going to accidentally hit the wrong note there. That will tell me that I did it wrong, but I'm going to go through and play until I've reached 1 minute, and then I can see my score. So I'll give you a sense of what to do next once the timer runs out. In the meantime, yay, this is fun. You might even want to see about testing yourself. Set a challenge. How many notes can you name correctly in 1 minute? There's lots of fun things that you can do with this app. Okay, so as I said, just letting time run out, and then you can see the next cool feature of the app. Okay, so after my minute, it gives me a result. I can see how many notes I named in a minute, so that was 31. My accuracy was 96% because I missed one note. And then you can play it again, or you can review the mistakes. So because I got it one note wrong, if I say review mistakes, I can see what I answered and what I should have answered. So that is a little tutorial for how to use Music Tutor. I hope you guys find it helpful.